Hey folks, it's dinner time. I did not go out to feed him for lunch today because I saw him early this morning, and then he was on the rocks. I've seen him. I haven't seen them in that position in quite a long time. It's probably in like a year or something. Anyway, so at lunchtime he disappeared from sight. He may have been on the deck, but yeah, he's been hiding out of line of sight. And so I just didn't feel like feeding him because yeah, he's been hiding, and I've been trying to get him to be more visible. So I just turned on the lights and opened the blinds, and yeah, he's right there on the mat. So that's slightly better. So I wasn't planning on doing a full feeding tonight because there's still the cat food in the carrier. And so I think tonight I'm just going to open up the carrier for him and let him chow down on that. I think that means I'm not going to be able to brush him. However, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to move the chair a little closer and just be in the vicinity a little closer to get him more acclimated to the idea of me and the kennel together, and he doesn't have to be afraid. So that's the plan. He's not going to eat as much tonight, so hopefully he'll be hungrier tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to open the door here. Hey, Scruffy, how you doing? So we got dinner already in your kennel, so I'm just going to open it up for you. For some reason, this camera is really out of focus. So, and yeah, it's windy. Well, not that windy, but I can feel I can feel the draft right now, and I can feel it's kind of cold. Okay. Hey, Scruffy. So I'm gonna get your food. Okay. So he's moving further back. Let's move the chair slowly. Zoom out the camera. And hey, Scruffy. So I'm opening the door. Get your food. Just help yourself. So maybe I should pull the food out. Oops, scared me. So, good. Like cat food. So see if he goes for it. I'm assuming it's still good. It's been cold, so it's kind of like a built-in refrigerator. So this might take a while. Fortunately, I don't have a big rush of things I need to do tonight. No more than usual, really. But still, it's kind of cold, so I don't want to be out here forever. So yeah, this is why I want to give up on the project. Because in some respects, I don't think I've made any progress with him. Hey, Scruffy, food's inside. I'm blinking. There's a nice carrier with food and food and water and a warm blanket. All you have to do is walk in. So I still haven't seen my neighbor about the cat food. Talked to another neighbor today. But yeah, they don't have any cats. Got a lot of dogs. So yeah, so the other reason I'm not doing the cat food tonight is I'm extending it out. So I have till tomorrow to figure out what I want to do. I guess technically I got till Sunday, or not Sunday. What day is it? I got 2 days. I lose track of the days with this lockdown. Blur together. That's Scruffy. I don't know. Do I need to swing the gate? Show him. I know if I move, it's going to scare him. But yeah, so I'm like right next to the carrier. No, not right next to it. There's like 1, 2, 3. So that's the chair leg there. So 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 or 4 planks of wood, 2x4s, away from the carrier, and then the carrier's under the table. Next to the table, so there's a little bit of distance, but I think I'm close enough that he's probably not comfortable. Actually, no, he wouldn't be comfortable unless I'm like on the couch inside, and even then, he's probably like, "Yeah, you're still too close. Get away. Go away. Don't watch me." Tempted to play with the gate. Tempted to close it. Watch it, make him see me close it, and tease him a little. Maybe show him how to open it. So, yeah, the thing I've been trying to get him to do is just open the gate himself. It's not that hard. You just need to bump it with your head or paw. I think he's giving me the evil eye again. I don't know, maybe I should have brought some kibble and put it in front of the carrier. I can go inside, but that would scare him too. Okay, I'm slowly going to touch the gate. Touch the gate. So the gate here. So I just slightly touched the gate and swung the door just a little bit. Trying to convey that there's stuff in there that you should explore. I don't know. I think he's giving me the evil eye. Are you pissed off, Scruffy? You mad at me again? I came out here for you. I got food in the carrier. For you. Why are you mad at me? So if I hold the brush, will you run away? Stupid cat. Why don't you look in the carrier? There's food there. So I think my plan now is I'm going to close the door and go back inside and see if he looks in the carrier. And then if I come back outside, maybe I'll bring some dry cat food and lay a trail into the carrier. Just give him the carrier and leave a look. So I don't know, maybe he's thinking about it. He's going. Yay! Okay, so he's thinking about it. It's just incredibly skittish. Even though we've been doing this for a while. So yeah, it's frustrating that he still doesn't trust me. So I still don't know how. I know we're past 2 months. I think we're close to 3. So I think I left the glove inside. I washed my jeans and gloves last night after I talked about it. Okay, so I think he's eating the food now. So last time he did this, he was in there for about 14 minutes. Just timing it for editing purposes. So this is not quite as full as last time, and then it may not be quite as wet. So I don't know if it's going to be easier or harder to eat. It could be all caked up now. But I'm going to presume we're going to be here for probably over 10 minutes. The interesting thing I was looking for last time was if he was going to jump out of the carrier, because previous times he's been so skittish that he'd go in the carrier just briefly, and then he'd dash out, and then he'd go back in cautiously, and then dash out. And And every time he dashed out, he would look towards me, in my direction. It's like, haha, you couldn't catch me, or haha, what are you up to? Or, severe distrust, thinking I was going to try something while he was in the carrier. But last time, yeah, he just stayed in there the whole time, and he was eating. And so I'm hoping that means, yeah, he's gotten used to carrier enough to at least stay in there to eat. I did notice afterwards he did pull the cup forward a little bit, but not a lot. So it was, if you put 2 cups lined up, it would be where the second cup is. If you assume I put it all the way back, so he dragged it a little bit back. My guess is maybe he dragged it just because he has to get his head in there. Because it's against the wall, maybe it doesn't quite fit, so the cup shifted. And the water is also back there. He didn't seem to drink all the water. He seemed to drink actually very little of the water. Back up the camera for time. Get his tail. So I think I'm going to put a compilation of all his kennel interactions, just because I think they're kind of interesting. He's so skittish about it, but he's slowly been progressing. And so the last one, I'm going to have to do some sort of time lapse or something, because yeah, watching him just sit for 14 minutes in a compilation is probably too much. And truth be told, yes, this is probably too much too. So sorry, folks. I appreciate your patience. I honestly don't really have a great idea about how to edit these videos down, because I'm not even sure what the highlights of these videos are. Because part of this project is just trying to tame a feral cat, and a lot of that is just kind of the unappreciated nitty-gritty moments that just aren't a lot of fun. It's just a lot of patience and waiting and hoping something happens, and a lot of slow progress. So there really aren't a lot of highlights, so I don't really know how I'd edit these, and they'd all come out the same, because the quote-unquote highlights are just, oh, he started eating, oh, he finished eating, and every one of those would probably look the same every day. And in this case, oh, he went in the kennel, you see his tail, and oh, he's backed out of the kennel, and that would be a highlight. So I'm kind of hoping that this video series might be useful to somebody who attempts to socialize a feral cat, and maybe dissuade them from actually trying it, because yeah, this is not working well. So probably never be this will never be a popular series on YouTube, but it's a little unique. So just having one of these on the internet might be useful to somebody. So I did watch there are not many on there. I think the closest one is, there's a channel called Lucky Ferals, and the woman has a bunch of ferals in her yard. Though I notice they meow, and I kind of wonder, were they feral or were they stray? And she has much easier ferals than Scruffy here, so I think maybe they're strays, because Scruffy here is like the hardest cat ever. And then on top of that, their catnip and friends don't even work on him. Because yeah, I got some of the catnip ideas from her, and the brush idea from her, and so like yeah, because with her feral, I think yeah, the shower brush, her feral, I took to it immediately. He was purring like that first, in the first couple minutes. I think even less than the first minute, just like started purring. And Scruffy, he's, I gotta watch out. Hiss at me, scratch me, bite me. So that's kind of why I stopped using the shower brush. That's why I'm also surprised that the regular brush, he's put up less resistance to that, I think, than both the petting and the shower brush. And then the floofy purple brush, yeah, he never let me really make contact with him with that. He never liked that one. And then I think, yeah, she was the one who came up with making custom paper envelopes to carry the catnip, and so they just tear it open when they want to get into the catnip. And so that's when I first tried it. That's what I did. I made a little, got some wax paper, parchment paper, folded it. I used a purple crayon to draw on it. Just I wanted him to associate purple scribbles with catnip because I didn't want him ripping up every piece of paper. But guess what? He doesn't like catnip, so no problem. And then yeah, I think she got her cats different carriers as shelters. Yeah, that's not going well with Scruffy either. So this is the best we've been able to do with the carrier here. But yeah, he's at least not jumped out so far, so I think he's okay with the carrier. I think most of his skittishness tonight was basically my proximity to him. Up until now, I haven't been this close to the carrier, and last time I was actually inside with the door closed, so there was a big glass door between us. So he's hopefully going to be a little more trusting now. We'll see. Of course, the irony is I got one can of cat food, and there's still a big piece of me that just wants to quit. So this may be all for nothing. So we'll see. So I might call my neighbors tomorrow, ask them for their cat food, see if they have it. It's a possibility they got rid of it or used it up. So they got a Maine Coon, like a purebred or something. They already have a dog, so it was kind of strange that they gave a cat to it. But anyway, so this cat is apparently really finicky, really fussy. So they got it a bunch of things, and it doesn't like them. And so cat food is one of it. So apparently it only wants like a certain premium brand of cat food or something. And the brand that they were offering me, I guess, the cat didn't like. So I'm assuming Scruffy will be picky. I guess that means Scruffy's done. So I think that took about 10 minutes. So he was a little faster, probably just because I'm here. Blinking. Yeah, he's looking at me funny tonight. I think he has a little. He's been giving me the evil eye all night. I don't know why. Maybe because I didn't bring the wet cat food. The new bowl. Or I don't know, maybe he's just pissed off in general. So I don't know. That's another reason I'm a little burned out on this project. I'm thinking about quitting. So yeah, no brush tonight, Scruffy. Unless you want it. But yeah, I don't really want to touch the brush. Because it has cooties. So since I haven't touched him, I guess I can use both hands. Zoom in a little. So actually the cup had cooties, maybe. You might have to wash that blanket on the inside. I think he spilled some food on it. I've got some kind of crustiness on the inside. So I think I'm going to leave the cage door open tonight. And when I leave, maybe he'll go back in for the water, and maybe he'll even learn that the blanket's warm and the towel covering the kennel is sheltered from the wind, and it might be a nice place to take cover. Because that's why I got the stupid thing. So I'm stretching a little bit. So yeah, everything makes him nervous. My legs falling asleep. Not sitting in the chair properly. Kind of slouching. So I'm slouching on the one side, so my waist shifted on the one side unevenly, and yeah, it's starting to take its effect. So I'm going to try to sit up a little bit without scaring him too much. Yeah. So that's why I'm irritated with this project. And of course he moves out of line of sight, so I can't even get a good shot of him. His head's obstructed by the table leg. So, yeah, if he was a little nicer, I'd be more motivated to maybe give him more food tonight or do something more with him. But yeah, just because he's like this, yeah, I'm not terribly motivated to try much harder. I've already put so much energy into this project for 2 to 3 months now. Thinking, yeah, it may have been a mistake. Yeah, so I can shift my weight at least. But yeah, so based on his behavior today of avoiding me during lunch, yeah, I'm thinking, yeah, he's eating too much, and so he's only motivated to come to the door when he's hungry. So I'm less motivated to try to feed him at lunch now. In fact, the idea of feeding him every other day has crossed my mind. Yeah, motivate him more to stick around, be cooperative, maybe. Again, I don't know how much food he gets on the side. So I don't know if he catches a lot of things or not. I'm assuming he doesn't, because he's here. He's coming back. Hey, Scruffy. Hang on. Yeah, I didn't bring any food for you. So you got it all. So there is water on the kennel. So maybe him coming back is showing appreciation, maybe. It might be nicer if he actually came right up to me. Let me pet him or something. And he meowed. I wanted to play. So I just posted it's not actually posted. I uploaded the string toy video where he chokes or whatever he did, where he terrifies himself and then runs away with the string toy stuck in his tooth or something. So, yeah, he doesn't know how to play. It's sad. Terrified by the string toy. I think, yeah, he's annoyed by the laser pointer. So if he sees me point it at him, or point the laser pointer at him, he seems terrified. If he just sees the dot, he seems annoyed. So anyway, yeah, the string toy video is a lot of videos behind. I forgot what number it was. I think it was in the 50s. And so, yeah, yesterday was episode 100. So, yeah, I'm really far behind on the uploads. So, I'm kind of caught up in the video encoding part. The problem is I have a really slow internet connection, and so uploads take forever. Okay, folks, I guess Scruffy's had it, so... I just heard something, but I think it was him shuffling on the deck. I hope he's not scratching the deck. I don't hear anything, so I think it's okay. So anyway, that's it for tonight. Thanks for joining me, and we have at least one more episode to go with the last can of cat food. So I'll see you then. Bye.